right, so up next, man, a widowed mother is on a date when she's terrorized by a series of anonymous messages to her phone. The caller instructs her to tell nobody and follow increasingly malicious instructions, or her younger sister and son will be killed. Uh, this film, of course, is Drop, a thriller directed by Christopher Landon, written by Gillian Jacobs and Chris Roach, and starring Fahy, Brandon Schuyler, Violett Beane, and Jeffery Self. Charles, I don't think you had an opportunity to see this one, right?
No,
All
I
right.
passed on this one, but go. I'm ready to hear what you have to say about it.
So I go in, man, and I've sort of explained pretty much the premise that, through flashbacks, we find out that the character of Violet had been in a very abusive relationship. And the father of her husband, or they I guess it's her husband, ex-husband, attempts to kill her child, and then the flashback sort of ends. And she's in the modern day, she's going through dating apps. Her sister's teasing her because she's not going out on dates. So she set up on this first date with somebody she met on an app. And they have a date in some ritzy restaurant at the penthouse at the top of some hotel. I'm thinking that this is Chicago, I think. Even though they never really tell you, I think it's Chicago. And as she walks in, nicely attired, waiting on her date, she bumps into a guy, and shortly thereafter, she starts getting drops, right? Somebody's like, hey, and she's ignoring them initially until, she's and doing one of the drops, somebody has access to the cameras in her house, the security cameras that show her son and show. So, and the movie sort of goes on from there. She meets this guy, and all throughout the movie, the guy has cameras, like all of this stuff is set up perfectly, Charles, that she's on camera. He can hear everything. So she can't really tip anybody off or warn anybody. And she's got to try to go through with this until she's smart enough to figure out how to outsmart whoever this person is, or unmask or uncover them in this restaurant setting. So, not really. This film sort of reminds me of the cinematic version of a roller coaster, right? You get on it, and it depends on if it's a good roller coaster, bad roller coaster, but you can't get off, right? Because once you get into the film, you just can't walk out and go, I don't really care. It does pull you in, right? But it's nothing
Hmm.
earth shattering. It's not like this super complex. It's just a matter of it's almost like when we talk about the residents, it's like a who done it, right? So who's the person who's doing all this stuff, and the why is this happening to me? Like, I'm an innocent person. Why am I being used? And all of that stuff comes out as the film unfolds. I mean, I thought it was okay. I mean, by the time we got to the end of the film, I was like, oh. So it felt like much ado about nothing, because once you figure out exactly what it was all about and why the person selected her in order to do all of this stuff, eh, that part I didn't care about.
Lost
So when I
interest,
got
huh?
off the roller coaster and walking out the theater, I was like, I'll tell you exactly what I told him. It's standard. It was a 2.5, maybe a two and a half stars out of five. It wasn't anything earth shattering, nothing major. It entertains you for the time you're there, and then you're on to the next thing. It's not gonna hold on. Like, I'm not gonna be around here a month from now going, man, that drop was deep, because it was not. It was not, Charles. It's not deep.
Well, well, Christopher Landon, the guy who directed this, he also did the Happy Death Day stuff
Right.
and Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, which was a lot of. It was a good movie. I mean, it's an interesting movie, but it was one of those movies where once it's over, you're like, oh well, this it's over.
Eh,
So
look, well, standard.
okay.